I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first and get into this Are Our Souls Broken video. The Virgo edition. Shout out to the Virgos once again. Happy solar return and all that. So, this Virgo season has been healthy for me. Rules over health, right? But serious, especially mental health. So, I'd like to say that because it's due to my opposition in the solar chart. Pisces is first house, so that makes seventh house Virgo for me, and it inspired me to create a video, which is going to be coming next, called "Don't Let Your Midheaven Trick Yourself Out of Your Soul." So with me being a Pisces sun, now I get it. Like, one of my homegirls, she be like, "You ain't no Pisces sun, you a Virgo. You a Virgo." You know what I'm saying? I get it now because the way that I come across on TV, on YouTube, or what have you, is from a critical perspective, from an analytical perspective. You know what I'm saying? Researching astrology and speaking to y'all what the findings are. And I let that get in the way. I spoke about this, I think, during the Leo edition. I let that get in the way of my creativity. So it brought me to reflect on the time when I first started the company, right? And I know y'all heard this story before, but for those of you who are newer, I had bumped into a man in the library who needed help with statistics, long story short, right? And I helped him, and that transpired into me making a company out of something that I was already in the motion to do, which was make an entertainment company, but like on a more expansive level. But I ended up teaching in the beginning of it. The beginning revenues or what have you came from teaching, and I almost got stuck there. I pretty much, let me say this carefully because I'm not stuck, and I realized this during this Virgo season. Like, I'm not stuck between teaching and being creative. It's just something that happens along the way, and this is why I'm making the video of "Don't Let Your Midheaven Trick You Out of Your Soul," because if y'all remember that story well, I was in the pursuit of building a website for the company when that guy came and asked for help. So it kind of like side railed me, and to this day, I'm still working on that website. I've had many websites since then, but it's not the website that I really want. Now, I'm closer to the website I really want. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show that was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Don't let your soul get broken by letting other things in your chart interfere. You know what I mean? So, this Virgo season brought clarity to that. Like, I'm still going after what my soul is here to do on earth. So not only that, but I realized that a part of me being hard on myself comes from being analyzed, watched, critiqued, and not only that, but I feel I'm being watched even when no one comments or subscribes or whatever the case may be. Like, I feel it all the time. I've always felt this all my life, you know? So this pushes me, of course, to do the best that I can, but at the same time, it can, again, interfere with being creative, because what I found during this season is I'd rather be critiqued and analyzed for my creative works than it is for me teaching. And it's kind of like a mirror when you're dealing with ascendants, and I got the moon in Virgo. It's kind of like a mirror. When you critique and you analyze, you get critiqued and analyzed back. And not for nothing, because I'm a Virgo ascendant, like, I live for that. Like, it's cool with me. I actually like it. It's nothing that I complain about. Nothing that I'm complaining about to this day. It's just I'd rather be critiqued on my artistic stuff than me being critiqued on the videos of what I teach or whatever. And that's cool, but it also helps me know that I do know the difference between a joke being critiqued and when someone's being demeaning. So this is just a reiteration of that, because I've just been in instances or conversations where some think that I'm not capable of knowing the difference, but smoke screen will be smoke screen. I don't want to complain though. It sounds like a complaint, Maybe I am, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like I said, I know the difference. That's just coming along with being a reader of people and things. But um, I'd rather be critiqued for my art because that's my heart. You know how art is inside of the word heart, and it's just like that's the soul. That's Leo. That's where the sun resides anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. I'm also doing a video called the what the Antichrist really is, and that's going to be exclusive. I'm doing so much research on it. That's why it's taking so long to come out in my membership, but it's probably going to be my greatest work yet. I keep saying that, right? But so when it comes to my art, right, during Virgo season, my art had accumulated 10 times the views of my teachings, which again is cool. I don't mind that because my last posts on astrology, to me, has been some of my greatest work. So even if it only got 20 views, I'm cool because I know it was sitting on my brain and I needed to get it out. Pause. Hey, yo. But you understand what I'm saying? And I did. So the world will catch up to it eventually if it's meant to be for them to see it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off of that. But the joy and the happiness felt off of seeing the creativity get that many more views is another indicator that I'm on the right path, that I'm not imagining things, that this thing is real. You know what I mean? Get back to my soul. And it let me know that as a Pisces sun, to not let being a Virgo rising get in the way of that anymore, you know? So Saturn being retrograde in my sign, which is Pisces right now, fully explores this because during this time I've done revisions on 2 music videos, which I'm having a ball doing. A lot of joy, a lot of happiness coming from that. And I also realized that being critiqued on them was a lot of fun as well. And with Virgo being, because Virgo rules over criticism, so with Virgo being in the 7th house, it strengthens my relationships when the people that I partner up with to do these creations chime in and give me their insight. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not so thrilled about the public at large because that's also 7th house as well. But that's something that I just have to deal with, especially being in business. Eventually, the art is going to be seen by the public at large, or however I choose to do it, you know. But I have also a lot of creations held back and under wraps because I feel like it's not time for the public at large to see it. And not for nothing, you know, like I said, Pisces soul. I've mentioned this in the Leo video, the Leo edition as well. It's like being more elusive and being more mysterious about those things is more like me. So I'm not thirsty to like push my stuff everywhere all across the world. I like being found. I like when I go to my analytics page, Virgo, and I see that most of my videos have been searched for rather than up next or found on the YouTube page or what have you. I like that. Like when people type in keywords and then they find me, I like that, you know, but that's more Piscean, like, yeah, come find me. I'm elusive. I'm escaping at all times. You know what I'm saying? So I like the mystery of it. That's me. That's my soul. Yeah. Now, speaking on public at large, right? I've learned to let people have their opinions, their feelings, and their, how should I say it, perceptions on things in life that I disagree with. Just let them have it. You know what I mean? Because again, that whole critiquing thing, analyzing things to be perfect, give people clarity and stuff like that, chime in. I haven't been vocal on social media for about 3 to 4 months now. Usually I'm chiming in, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm just like, I'm kind of like repelled by it because there's a lot of suffering going on in the world. And my thought process is like, why are people so moved by it? Like, why are people so bothered by it? But again, that would be me letting that Virgo energy get in the way of just letting it be what it is. It's really a Virgo ascendant thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, and not for nothing, it's so many opportunities during Virgo season to chime in. It's like triggering for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, say something, give them, even if it's a piece of advice, but it's like, no, who asked you? I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? And what I say may hurt the person. So I'm gonna just fall back and let them have their opinion, their feelings, and their perceptions, you know. Um, and but it's messed up, man. When you see everything that's happening politically and everything, like it's just like, and then maybe it's just too perfect of me to be like, well, you shouldn't be bothered by that, or you know, it didn't knock on your door. Like, it's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Let people feel and go through what they need to feel and go through, because they're not me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that away from nobody, but it's difficult to watch. It's difficult to watch. So I'm either more in the stories of people who are more happy, bright, and creative, I guess you can say, than I am to look at the pervasion of hate. It's a lot of hatred online. And it's wild, right? Because I'm outside every day and I get to see the world for what it really is, what's really going on outside of social media. And the world seems bigger now than the internet. So like the internet is this place, if the internet is a place, for things to be ever expansive, right? But it seems like when logging on, it's closed in. It's such a small world because all of these same hateful comments and hateful stories keep getting circulated. And it's like outside, people out there busting their ass, man. You could feel the tension outside too, but you could feel the tension 10 times stronger on social media than you do outside. People are outside busting their ass, running around, I would say making moves more than they have in the past 5-10 years. Real talk. Like, people are out there making moves, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the people who are overcoming what they're going through despite what is being fed to them. Like I said, even in my algorithm, like, I don't go searching for this stuff, but it's just popping up all over my algorithm. Shouldn't I be seeing things that are more along the lines of, you know, quantum physics, or, you know what I'm saying, astrology, or like what's, but I just ignore it and I keep it pushing and do. I'll log off. Lately, I just been logging off. I've been doing fine without the internet like that. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, anxiety peaks during this season. I also have come across that understanding, and I can't help but overthink like 10 ways a scenario can play out. That's a Virgo. I would say it's a strength. You know what I'm saying? But thankfully, I've learned how to heal anxiety, or I'd be a mess during this season. Real talk. But I can't hold you. Like, I haven't been able to stop overthinking during this season. But this too shall pass because it's a transit. You know, it's a transit. I'm getting back to understanding just how much importance the natal chart has really over the current planetary transits. Not that they don't have a good mix, or I should say it more like this. Comparing today's current planetary transit and aligning it with your natal chart is very essential, in contrast to just focusing on today's current planetary transits and basing your life on that alone. So that's what I got for y'all for this Are Our Souls Broken, the Virgo edition. Things are looking bright, things are looking healthy. I hope the same for everyone else. Even if you resonate with some of the darker tones that I expressed here, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We getting through it together. Get in the comment section if you like. Hype this video up. I'm saying that. I don't care about saying like this video, share it, comment. I love shares too, though, by the way. Shout out to all y'all who have been sharing my stuff. I see it. But that hype button is got me hype. You know what I'm saying? Hype this, or should I say hype the video up of mine that you really resonate with. Like, yo, this the one right here. You know what I'm saying? Keep pressing that hype button. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their I guess you could say motive is with that, because to me it sounds like advertising without paying for it. So I'm kind of trying to like figure out what's the business model with that. Are y'all pulling our leg around here, like acting like we're gonna get more rhythm because a video is hyped up or not? You know what I mean? But we shall see. I just like it in general. Till next time, I'm out.